Hi everyone, and welcome back to Slowpoke Racing and to the Ultimate Racing League for our Saturday Championship. This is race 3 in California at Grand Valley Highway. Do want to say a big thanks to our sponsors, that's W.GG, the energy drink for gamers, and also Eldridge Air Conditioning. We want to say a big thank you to them for their support this season, and look forward to the same again next year. Now this is, as I said, race 3. This is round 9, so only one more round to go after this. And unfortunately I haven't got the league table. If you do want to see where the league situations are, if you check out the Facebook page, Ultimate Racing League, you can find all league tables for all the leagues we do on there. Also the website, ultimateracingligue.com. You can find us on there, and also if you want to get involved, if you fancy having a go at this, if you think they're better than the guys on track, or you just want to get involved and have a bit of a fun, because that's what it's all about. Again, get in touch through Facebook, through the website, or even just drop a comment in the comment section underneath this replay. Anyway, onwards and upwards with race 3. Grid positions are as they finished in race 2, so let's just have a look. Unforgiven has put himself on pole after a great win in race 2. Fitzy is in second, Silly Shot third. Great race from Silly Shot, he's really enjoyed this track. Grasshopper in fourth, Wayne G fifth, Stormfly sixth, Blind the Mechanic, he is seventh. So unlucky, he was third, and right up to the very last corner, so really felt his pain in race 2. Smith in 8th, Ninky 9th, Pete is 10th, Rufus 11th, and Sid down in 12th. So back up to the race leader, and we will ask Unforgiven to take us across the line and get this race started. Good turnout today. You can see all the crowd there up on the embankment. They do get very close to the track over in California. As Unforgiven then into the tunnel around turn 1 on the medium tyres. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of guys on the mediums as well. They're the rules for these races. Softs and mediums have to be used in at least one of the races. And Unforgiven on the mediums, he's got Fitzy all over him. Also on the mediums, Silly Shot on the softs. So Silly Shot should have a bit of an advantage then at the beginning of this race on the softer compound tyres. He's really enjoyed his outing here in California as Silly Shot. Got himself on the podium in race 2, so starts in third for race 3. Then we've got Grasshopper also on the softs. I think he does like this track, does Grasshopper. He started on pole in race 1, but after an unfortunate accident at turn 6, found himself way down the field and had to fight his way back. So I'm hoping for good things in race 3 from Grasshopper. Wayne G in 5th, bit of a mixed race in race 2. One too many accidents, I think, for him. Stormfly in 6th, he was a bit quiet in race 2 really on the medium tyres, but on the softs now, and that was quite an easy move past Grasshopper. So Grasshopper almost stopped to let Stormfly through. So Stormfly up into 5th. Silly Shot has been taken by Wayne G, although he is fighting back. We'll just have a look at these two. Wayne G just in 4th at the minute. On the inside line though is Wayne G as they're going in turn 18. Silly Shot trying to hang it all the way around the outside. Great racing between these two. Silly Shot now on the inside as they come onto the straight. And it is a drag race down towards turn 1. The BMW against the Audi. You can see the two guys just up ahead as well having a bit of a fight as Unforgiven comes on. Oh, and Unforgiven's up against the wall in the tunnel. Fitzy pinballing his way around as well. Let's just have a look and see what's happened there. The fight we were concentrating on was happening at the back behind these guys, but Fitzy manages to get his nose in front. Unforgiven comes back at him as they go into the tunnel and turn 1. Unforgiven has a good old scrape with the barrier. There, he catches the back of Fitzy's car. Fitzy across the grass. Does well actually to try and keep it control of it, but it did look a bit pinbally. It all kicking off in these first few laps, but after all of that, Fitzy manages to get himself ahead of Unforgiven, and well, Silly Shot has got himself ahead of Unforgiven as well. So Silly Shot, I can't remember where it's at. Silly Shot up into second, and he's having a look at the inside of Fitzy then. Backs off at the last minute. I think he's just trying to keep the pressure on Fitzy, just let him know he's there. Unforgiven sitting in thirds. Then we've got Grasshopper in fourth. Stormfly sitting there in fifth. It's all very bunched up at the minute. Smith in sixth with Wayne G in seventh, and these guys just opened up a little bit of a gap. Back to Sid. Change of livery for Sid. That may make him go quicker actually. Now he's changed the liver a bit. Looks like the Brawn, doesn't it? With the green and white on there. So look, in fact, is it the Brawn? Yes, it is. It is the Brawn. There you go. So yeah, that's going to be a bit quicker for Sid. He's coming under attack from Ninky, who's well, he's carrying a half a second penalty, but that's not going to stop him having a look and trying to get past Sid. Pete in 10th with Brian the Mechanic in 11th and Rufus down in 12th. We're just going to go back up to the top because I think this is where the fight and the excitement seems to be at the minute, as Fitzy leads everybody around turn 18 back onto the straight. 995 metre sprint race down towards turn 1, and Fitzy this time not under that much pressure, can make that move, make that turn quite clean then. Silly Shot in second in the BMW. Unforgiven in the GTR just sniffing around behind him. Oh, was Unforgiven, couldn't quite get that car slowed down but recovered quickly. Stormfly is onto it though as they go into turn 6. Stormfly gets himself on the inside and has got the move done. Oh, a mistake from Unforgiven has cost him a spot there. If you're going to make a mistake, you do not want to be doing it while you've got the likes of Stormfly sniffing around behind you, because he will jump on it, and that's exactly what's happened. Stormfly now moves up onto the podium. Unforgiven in 4th. He's coming under attack as well from Grasshopper, so everybody trying to take a bite out of Unforgiven on these opening few laps, and Grasshopper trying to go around the outside at turn 12. Can't quite. Oh, bit of a touch there from Grasshopper on Unforgiven, but Unforgiven managed to hold on to it and keeps hold of P4. Wayne G there, he is in P6 and looking to make a move on Grasshopper. So Grasshopper has gone from attacking Unforgiven to having to defend against Wayne G. Around turn 14 they go, through 15 and then 16. Just a couple of sort of an S section there. Couple of slight bends in the road really, then across the bridge into turn 18 as Unforgiven has picked up a half a second, and well, he's almost moved over there, hasn't he, to let Grasshopper and Wayne G through. So Wayne G into the slipstream of the NSX of Grasshopper as the Audi got the beans to keep up with the NSX as they go into turn 1. And Grasshopper managing to hold on to P4. Let's just go down the field a little bit. Smith into 7th. He's got the Porsche of Ninky chasing him down. That Porsche does look quick in a straight line. So I'm not sure what Ninky's been feeding it, but it does look lively. So Smith with a bit of defending to do as we go through turns 4 and 5 before heading into the little tunnel at turn 6. Smith has got a penalty to serve. Now the penalty zone is just in front of him, so maybe he picked it up a bit later, so he's going to have to carry that for another lap. Pete in 9th, also with a penalty as well, with Brian the Mechanic sniffing all around the back of him in 10th. Brian the Mechanic's so unlucky in race 2. He was actually in P3 right up until the final turn at 18 and just got it all wrong on the exit of turn 18. Ended up slamming into the barrier. Brian 10th. Then we've got Sid in 11th with the quicker livery on. And Rufus, well, it's just a bit of a struggle for Rufus, isn't it? Maybe that BMW of his just doesn't like this track. but Rufus down in 12th. We're back up to the top then, and Fitzy, well, this is turning out to be a fantastic race. This is, you've got Fitzy leading at the minute, Silly Shot in second. He's got Stormfly up his inside though as they go through the tunnel in turn 1, still side by side. Silly Shot just holding on to it, Stormfly all over him. Let's jump on board with Stormfly as we head up towards turn 4. This left-hander immediately thrown into turn 5, the right-hander into the tunnel of turn 6. Silly Shot picks up half a second. Stormfly, I know, will have a bit of a smile on his face because he knows he's just going to have to sit there behind Silly Shot. If he can get the opportunity to get by, he will. If we just look behind us, we can just see Grasshopper there as Stormfly gets right up and has a good look in the boot of that BMW of Silly Shot around turn 8, and Stormfly really keeping the pressure on, but Silly Shot doing a fantastic job of defending. He's just positioning his car so that Stormfly can't get by. Stormfly's just going to have to be patient and wait. Silly Shot throwing a bit of dirt in Stormfly's eye, trying to put him off. I don't think it's going to work though, Silly Shot. Grasshopper, he's getting closer all the time. These guys are battling away. You can just see Fitzy up ahead as well. He's not really being able to open up too much of a gap, and that's exactly what Stormfly will want. He wants to stay in touch with Fitzy in P1. Now then, as we go into turn 1, I'm sure that Stormfly is going to be looking at getting a good exit so he can get the power down nice and early. Get into the slipstream of Silly Shot. If he can get that move done before they get to turn 1, which is just in the tunnel, I mean, it doesn't matter because by the time they get to turn 6, Silly Shot will have to serve that penalty anyway, and now that BMW just got a bit too much for the McLaren. I think the McLaren fantastic through the turns. You can see it's almost like it's on rails, isn't it? You can see the bar starting to fill up now as Silly Shot gets very close to the penalty zone as we exit turn 6. He will be staring at it. Fitzy just can't get away, can he? So Silly Shot serves the penalty, and Stormfly moves up into P2. Now then, is Grasshopper going to be able to take advantage, or can Silly Shot get up to speed again? I think he may just about be able to do that. So Silly Shot, you need to change your name. Silly Shot holding on to P3, but Grasshopper is now sniffing all around the back of him, so putting the pressure on him. So Silly Shot really is coming under pressure from these guys. Fitzy still out in front. Stormfly on the chase then. Now Stormfly will be sensing another victory here, having won race 1. Fitzy on the medium tyres, Stormfly on the soft, so a bit of an advantage to Stormfly. We are just approaching 11 minutes. Silly Shot in 3rd, Grasshopper 4th, Wayne G in 5th. Bit lonely for Wayne G. Nobody in front, nobody behind. Unforgiven in 6th. Started off really well, didn't he, Unforgiven? But picked up a penalty. Finds himself down in 6th now, all on his lonesome. Smith in 7th, with Ninky in 8th. And Brian the mechanic, not really been his night here in California. Sitting in 9th currently, with Pete chasing him in 10. Then we've got Rufus in 11. He has definitely not enjoyed this track. And Sid down in 12th. So the race really is happening up at the pointy end. Now then, Fitzy has managed to open up a bit of a gap, so maybe Stormfly had a bit of an issue, because Silly Shot has now moved up into P2 with Grasshopper in P3 and Stormfly in 4th. So either Stormfly's picked up a penalty or he's had a bit of an issue. Sorry we missed that one, but now finds himself down in 4th. Well, he's moved up to 3. He's just had a bit of a door bump with Grasshopper, but a fair move anyway, I think, and has got himself up into P3 now. So at one point he was challenging for the lead. Now he's fighting to stay on the podium. We are just over 12 minutes into this 15-minute final race in California at Grand Valley Highway. Grasshopper sitting in 4th still, but all the while this means that Fitz is allowed to get away and open up quite a decent gap. He's given himself a good bit of breathing space. The guys behind him, while they continue to fight, Fitzy can continue to get away. So Stormfly is now putting the pressure on Silly Shot again as they go around turn 18, looking across the start, the lap 8, across the start finish line then. So into turn 1, Silly Shot goes. Stormfly, he's having a bit of a look, isn't he? He keeps having a look at the inside through turn 3 up towards turn 4 then. Hard on the brakes to make that left-hander and then immediately throw the wheel to the right and then left again into the tunnel through turn 6 onto the straight bridge. Silly Shot still in front of Stormfly. Silly Shot on the soft tyres. Stormfly also on the soft tyres. Fitzy, I think he's on the mediums. Yes, he is. And out in front, looking comfortable at the minute, is Fitzy, although the guys are slightly catching him. It's just a case of holding on for another minute and, well, 2 minutes, another minute, just over a minute for Fitzy. Oh, Stormfly, a bit of a bumper kiss with Silly Shot. That's how desperate he is to get by him. Grasshopper sitting in 4th. Grasshopper, he's not ruling out a podium spot at the minute. Wayne G in 5th. We'll just go down the order, shall we? But all the rest of the guys pretty spread out. So Wayne G in 5th, Unforgiven in 6th, Smith in 7th. Then we've got Ninky, Pete, Rufus in 10th, Sid in 11th, and Bry the Mechanic in 12th. So something's happened to Bry again. It's really not been his track, has it? As we see Fitzy, we are into the final minute. I think Fitzy's going to get another lap in. Yes, he will. We've got about 15 seconds to go. So Fitzy crosses the line. Silly Shot, he will also get another lap. Stormfly and Grasshopper going side by side across the line. They will get another lap. So will Wayne G. Unforgiven, I think he's going to be the first to finish. Excuse me. That's the 15 minutes up. And Unforgiven across the line to take 6th. Smith is going to take 7th. Ninky will cross the line in 8th. And we're going to have to leave these guys as they cross the line, because I think things are going to be hotting up. Maybe not as much as I thought they would. Ninky then has finished in 8th. Pete in 9th. Rufus will cross the line in 10th. He's carrying a penalty. Brian the Mechanic, well, he's going to finish in 11th with Sid just behind him in 12th. So I'm sure Brian will be glad to see the back of this track as he crosses the line sideways and frontways and backways. Sid across the line in 12th. So our race leader then, Fitzy, with a decent gap actually back to Silly Shot. Everything's sort of calmed down a little bit now for these guys in front. Silly Shot, fantastic racing from him. Stormfly, well, he's not writing it off just yet, is he? As we go around turn 14, Stormfly still fancies moving up a step on the podium, and Grasshopper, well, he still fancies a podium, but half a second penalty. If he crosses the line carrying that, that will amount to 1 second. So I don't think any chance of Grasshopper's podium. Well, I think it's gone. And that looks like the front 3 then. So Fitzy will cross the line to take the win in race 3. Well done to him. Silly Shot, fantastic race to take P2. Stormfly gets 3rd. Grasshopper 4th. Wayne G gets 5th. Wow, what great racing from these guys here in California with one more round to go. And I'm not sure where that's going to be. Might be the Nürburgring, that might be the GP circuit, I'm not sure. Anyway, tune in next week and we shall find out, and we shall watch the conclusion of what has been a fantastic championship. I shall catch up with you all soon. Take care.